Hello, welcome to my leather studio. I am going to do something very exciting here with you, and that is open up a new box of leather. So, let's see what we got. This is from my favorite tannery up in Washington State, in Centralia, and I am about to make a couple of projects with this leather, and there's a new leather in here that I'm super excited about. Let's see what it's like. It's a new finish, so this will turn into, hello. This is going to turn into a leather bar apron and a fringy purse. Yes. And here's the new one first off. Okay. I am always looking for this color. This is a brand new style that the tannery is doing. It's really beautiful. I don't know if you can see it in this light. But it's kind of like a reddish. This is a moose hide. This is probably the number one question that I get as a leather crafter. Where do I get my hides? This is one example. This is my favorite because all the animals are wild and they're killed for meat. They use the whole animal, including the antlers and the bones and all that jazz. And I love the feel of them. So this is moose hide. This is probably, this is gonna be something. Probably either some fanny packs I do. Let's see. So this is an example of a fanny pack, what this hide could become. La la la. I like doing the raw edges. I don't know if you can see that. For straps or for the flaps, anywhere that I can use a raw edge, I love it. So this, just the natural edges. This one has, like I said, a new finish to it, but I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be beautiful. So I got two of these little sweeties. What else? Now here we've got, oh my goodness, the deer hides. So the top that I'm wearing is deer hide. This is a black deer hide from the same tannery. So deer has a lot more give to it, a lot more stretch. Great for skirts, clothing, that kind of thing. Not so good for bags. So I don't really, sometimes I'll use the like little accents from the raw edge. This one's really hard to see. I use the raw edge for accents, but these are more like, this will be a new skirt for myself, or for myself until someone buys it. It's gonna be lovely. What else? Black deer hide. So I did a black skirt. I don't work with black all that much, which is funny because I'm wearing a black top, but I just love the brown, and black is very like what you immediately think of when you think of leather. You think of black. As far as clothing, ooh, this one has a lot of holes in it. That's pretty exciting. That'll be fun to work with. Yeah, basically when I make a skirt, I just hold up the hide and ask what it wants to be, and I'll find the shapes that rest well. Okay, so this is willow. This is my non-white version of white leather. People ask me for white leather, and then they ask me how to clean it. It has its own challenges, like brown leather, black leather, almost impossible to hurt it, You can really, I've taken it through the full gamut, and it's fantastic. And I almost never even use leather cleaner, or since I wear them on my skin, I almost never use conditioner, because the leather is actually nourished by the oils in your skin. So if you're wearing it, handling it a great deal, you don't really need to do that much to it, which is amazing to me. So the deer hide is really, really supple, and oh, I just love it. I love the deer hide. The moose is great for bags. I've really gotten excited about that. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is a bigger one. What do we have here? Oh, this is for the bar apron. This is a little bit more moose. Oh, hold on. Actually, this is an elk hide. It's one. So an easy way to think about what a leather is going to be like is think about the animal. So the characteristics of cowhide, it's durable. It doesn't have like a lot of give and stretch and whatever. Think about a cow. Like it's pretty sturdy. It's not a lot of movement, where deer, a very lithe animal, lots of like leaping and moving and very quick to respond, and like a supple quality to the leather can be kind of, you can just think about it that way. So elk and then moose. Elk is going to be a little bit more hefty than a deer hide, not quite as stretchy generally. And then moose is, again, one iteration of that. So this, I'm looking at making a bar apron. Oh, a little bit of thread on the ground. Making something lovely with that. I also, honestly, I just sleep. I use these as my sheets, my blankets. I just can't get enough of the way they feel. This is an exciting moment. Oh, I know what else this is going to be. So I also make these fringy bags. That's actually the main project I have going right now. I'm about to remake a bag that's somewhat like this. Oh, it's really hard to see in this light. But I do a style of bag that has no hardware. So it's something so comfortable you can literally just keep it on all the time. Anyway, we're going to do some other specific things, some other videos about that. And usually I stick to earth tones because I love the feeling of things being really natural, and that it's my favorite color scheme. But for a specific project, I ordered some red, so let's see what it's like. And it's beautiful. Crimson. Oh, actually that's really nice. It is, so this is not like a blood red. Wow, it looks more pink in the video. Oh, I know how to adjust that. Let's hold up some white to it. Maybe. Anyway, well, you'll just have to check back to see what it actually looks like. So I'll be using this as some accent on the purse I just talked about, and we'll see what else. Yeah, I like it. The tannery, I've ordered some of their colored leathers before, and they just came in so bright, because most of what they sell like their deerskin for would be like wraps on drum handles or accent pieces where you really want a lot of pop. And usually I'm less about the pop as far as like bright colors, but I'm excited about that. It's gonna be fun. What else? So this is more elk. This one is a little bit duller color than it's been in the past. The lighting may not be cooperating 100% here, but I like the neutral browns because they really do go with everything. There's some of the wax linen thread I use. Rolling all over the table here. Yeah, I have a, one of the fringe skirts I wear a lot is elk. It's a little bit warmer than deer hide and slightly heavier, which I find is actually really nice for the fringe. The fringe has like a really good movement and weight to it when it's cut from elk. I do all the hand cut fringe, and this elk makes really nice fringe. So maybe I'll make another fringy skirt out of this guy. Oh, this is pretty. So I love the hides that have character. So this has a couple things going on. Let's see if you can see it. Come here. Basically, you see some little marks along here. These are basically from the tanning process. There's some little scrapes and marks, which I really love. So a lot of leather crafters, they're really interested in hide with no variation. And one thing that separates my work from other people is that I really love to have as much personality in the hide itself, because generally I collaborate with this individual hide to figure out what I'm gonna make. It's not like I have a pattern in my head and then I just create it with, no matter what I've got. So that's another reason this is particularly exciting, opening a new box of leather. Just like when I pulled out that black deerskin and it had all those holes through it, that will definitely influence the design. And what's this? What else did I order? Sometimes I get carried away. And this, this actually feels really different than other things I've ordered before. So it's a quarter of a hide. A quarter of a side. So like the whole animal is the whole hide. A side is usually, you can buy half of one side of the animal. So this is a quarter of a side. So that means this is moose hide. I haven't ordered it in light colors before. And sometimes the dye and the dyeing process really affects the feel of the leather. And that's one reason I order from this particular place, is that I really like their leathers. This one feels a little different. That's interesting. Yeah. It's got really cool edges though. So that's exciting. Yeah, see, I love when it's all crazy looking. I don't know if you can see it. Sometimes it has parts that are crazy looking that don't really suit me. This is one, this must be like a number 3 hide, because it's got a bunch of weird stuff going on. So number 1, perfect, no blemishes, no nothing, no nothing. Number 2, like a little bit of this or that. And number 3 would be more like this kind of thing where you get a bunch of. But I really do like to work with that. Yeah, cool. Another thing that people ask about a lot is the thickness of the leather. So basically, what is suede? Leather. So if this is skin, you have the grain side, which is the outside of the skin, and the part that is facing the actual inside of the animal is what we call the suede side. If you have a leather that is suede on both sides, front and back, then that is basically they took a thick hide like a moose hide, a cow hide, buffalo hide, whatever. You can do it to elk too. And they cut it like making a fat pancake into 2 pancakes. And so one of those pieces has suede on both sides. All right, and apparently I got 2 of those. I think one of these was supposed to be the golden color, which is this. I don't know, again, lighting challenges. But I love to work at night, and so, you know, you get night lights. But anyway, I was looking for some more of this kind of goldish color. Let me see if I can try that trick again. So, see how it's kind of a rich gold? Looks almost just brown here, but there's slight variations because I really like to layer up the edges of things. Like this is a cowhide, but you can see how I used like a blue vertebrae. There's a blue accent. I really enjoy layering the leathers, whether it's on my hand-bound leather journals like this guy was showing you, or whether it's on clothing, bags, all that stuff. Even the black one that I held up, I mean, that's a challenging one to see because the color. But maybe you can see how there's some, no, that's a losing game. Well, then maybe you'll just have to check back in and we can talk about some of those things. So, hey, thanks for joining me for this unboxing. Late night in my New Orleans leather studio. And yeah, put in the comments any questions you have. Maybe I'll do some more videos. This was actually not so bad. Welcome to my first video. We'll do like a little tour of the studio and talk about different things, or post questions and I can answer those. Maybe. Okay, thanks.